Hi, my name is Danielle Pape and I'm a fitness instructor for UH. Today we're going to be doing a bar workout, so you just need something to hold on to, whether it's a wall or a counter or the back of a chair, and a light set of weights. So I'll be using a set of 3 pounds. Use what you're comfortable with and remember to modify if you need to. Alright, we're going to get started. We're going to start with your feet wide, heels are in, toes are out. We're going to go down and up with your bottom, so keep your spine nice and long. Try to imagine your back nice and flat. So we're going to go down and up, dropping the tailbone down towards the ground. Try not to lean forward too much like you would a regular squat. We're going to add some arms, so we're going to go down and circle up and over the head. Draw the navel in. Exhale as you lift. And we have 8 more here. Four more. We're going to keep the arms up and pulse down with the legs. And 2 and 1. Arms up and pulse down. 8 more here. 4, 3, 2. Now hold the legs. Arms are going to go out to the sides and we're going to bend side to side. So you're going to bend to the right, center, to the left, and center. Again, draw the navel in. Concentrate on keeping your core engaged. Exhale as you lift. Two more each side. And 1. Good, and release it. Go ahead and grab your light set of weights. Again, I'm using 3s, so use what you're comfortable with. From here, we're going to hinge forward, keeping the spine nice and long. The elbows are going to come into the sides, and we're going to reach one arm forward and one arm back. Your arm forward is going to go palm down. Your arm back is going to go palm up. Then we're going to pull back in and switch sides. So out and in. Again, the spine is nice and long, chest is out, chin is down. Make sure to extend the arms all the way out. So we're using your shoulders, your back, your triceps. Navel is in. Exhale, exhale. Going. We have 4 more each side. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more each side. Good, now stand up, squeeze the legs together, the palms are going to face back, and we're going to do little pulses back. So the arms are long, the spine is long, the knees are soft. Gently squeeze your glutes, squeeze the legs together. Little tiny pulses. We have 16, 15. We're going to rotate the palms and pulse the arms in towards each other behind the back next. In 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. Now palms in and pulse them towards each other. Sixteen, 15. Keep breathing. 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now rotate the toes out to the side. Squeeze the heels. Squeeze all the way up the back of the legs. So imagine a zipper running from the heels up to the glutes. Your abs are tight. Navel is in. The hips are slightly tucked. So your bottom's not poking out, tailbone is pointed down towards the ground, and we're gonna reach all the way up and over with your palm facing forward. So we're using the core, the shoulders, keep squeezing the legs together. Feel free to slow it down if you need to modify. Control the movement. We have 8. 4. 2. And 1 more each side. Good, and release it. From here, we're gonna come down into a little bit of a squat, so open the knees, and again, your tailbone is slightly tucked, so it's going straight down towards the ground, so your bottom's not poking out. Really feel that in your quads. The arms are gonna come forward with your palms facing up, and we're gonna alternate, curling the weight up towards the shoulder. So try to keep the upper arm still. Again, the abs are tight, hips are tucked. Good, now we're gonna add some little pulses with the legs. If you want to just modify, you can keep the legs still. Listen to your body. Keep the shoulders back and down. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release it. We're gonna go ahead and set those weights down, and we're gonna come back to whatever you are using for your bar. So I'm going to bring my feet together and toes forward, facing my bar. We're gonna go up onto your tiptoes, and then again, take your hips and slightly tilt them forward just a little bit. So you're gonna tuck the hips, and we're gonna go down and up on your toes. So the back stays nice and long. Try to squeeze the legs together. Exhale as you lift. Draw your navel in, draw your lower abdomen in. We have 4 more here, then we're gonna pulse down for 3 and up for 1 and 2. And 1, pulse down for 3. So 3, 2, 1, and lift all the way up. 3, 2, 1, lift all the way up. Tailbone drops straight down to the ground, still squeezing the legs together. Good. Lower, 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 and lift. Lower, 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 and lift. Try to stay up on the toes if you can. If you need to modify and you need to come down to the heels, the bottom will go back just a little bit, so you're not putting any strain on your knee. Listen to your body. We have 4 more here. Down, lower, lower, and lift. 2. 1 more. Good, now bring it down and hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Just gonna turn towards you just a little bit so you can see my knees. And we're gonna open and close the knees. So open, close, open, close, open, close. Keep breathing. Hips are tucked, abs are tight. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release it. Bring it all the way up. We're gonna turn out to the side next. So your hip is gonna go to your bar, whatever you're using for your bar. Your outside arm is gonna go out to the side, and we're gonna lift the outside leg forward, out and around without setting the foot down. Forward, out and around. Try to keep the spine nice and long and use the core to stabilize the rest of the body. Point, point. Good, and then reverse it. Take the leg out, forward, and down. Now we're going to take the leg and swing it out to the side and across the bottom foot. Out and down and across. Still nice and tall. Navel is in. Try to keep the legs nice and long. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the arm forward, and we're gonna kick the leg forward for 3 and back for 1. So we're gonna go up, 2, 3, and back. Up, 2, 3, and back. Squeeze the legs straight again, abs are tight. Try not to overextend the leg as you squeeze it back. You're just going back as far as you can, but you're squeezing the glutes and not hyperextending the back. We have 2 more here. Then as we lift the leg back, we're going to lift the arm up. And 1. Right here. So same thing, but we're just going to lift the arm right here. Try to keep the leg nice and straight. 4 more. 2. Last one. Good, and release it. Quick stretch. Grab the ankle, point the knee down towards the ground. Gently tilt the pelvis forward just a little bit to deepen the stretch through the hip flexor. And release it, and we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So again, the hip is gonna go to your bar. Outside arm is out to the side, and we're going to lift the leg forward and out and around. Abs are tight, navel is in. And reverse it, out to the side, forward and down. Then swing the leg out to the side and across the bottom leg. Exhale, exhale. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now again, the arm is going to go forward. We're going to kick the leg forward for 3 and back for 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, and back. Squeeze the leg straight. Navel is in, lower abdomen is in. Then we add our arm right here. So up, 2, 3, lift the arm. And We have 2 more. Last one. Good, and release it. Grab that ankle again, point the knee down to the ground. All right, then we're gonna switch legs. So I was just standing on my left leg to you, so now I'm gonna be standing on my right leg to you next. We're gonna step back away from your chair or your bar or whatever you're using. Keeping the spine nice and long and the arms long, we're gonna lift the tailbone and keep the weight over top of the legs instead of over top of the hands. We're gonna extend the other leg straight back, pointing the toes, keeping a nice long line from the head down through the toes. Again, the weight is really over the standing leg, so if you do a balance check, we're gonna put a little tiny bend in your standing leg, and then we're gonna pulse the back leg up. So little tiny pulses. Squeeze the leg straight, open up through the back of the knee, squeeze the glutes, abs are still tight. $16, $15, we're gonna pulse up for 3 and then all the way down to the floor for 1 next. And 8, 7, 4, 3, pulse all the way up for 3, 1, 2, 3, then down. Remember that little bend in your standing leg, and down. 1, 2, 3, and down, and 1, 2, 3, and down. Two more. And 1. Now leave the leg up and we're gonna do little circles. Circle. Spine is still long. Careful not to round through the back as you get tired. And reverse it. Now keep the leg straight, straighten through the standing leg, rotate the hip out to the side, and the top hand is gonna go behind the head, and we're gonna bring the knee in and kick out. In, kick out. Again, stabilizing your torso and the rest of the body with the core. Exhale, inhale. We have 8. 4 more, and we have 1 more set, but we're gonna add the top arm. 3, 2, 1. Now the elbow to the knee. So reach and bend. More. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release it. Bring it all the way up. We're going to take that leg and we're going to cross it over top of your standing leg. Pop the hip out and reach the arm all the way up and over the body. Now your standing leg, the one that you were just on, is going to cross over. And we're going to sit the hips back, keeping the spine nice and long to take a stretch through the hip and the glute. Good, and release it. And we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So again, we're going to start with your torso back. Nice long spine, lift the tailbone, extend the other leg back and put that little bend in your standing leg. Again, navel is in, arms are long, and we're gonna do little pulses right here. Pulse, pulse. Try to keep the legs straight. Little bend in your standing leg. Navel is in, lower abdomen is in. 8 more, then we pulse up for 3 and down for 1. In 4, 3, 2, pulse up for 3. So 1, 2, 3, all the way down. 1, 2, 3, all the way down. We have 2 more. Last one. Good, now leave the leg up, and we're gonna do those little circles. Core is engaged, keep breathing, and reverse it. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. Straighten the leg, rotate the hip out, top hand goes behind the head, and we're gonna pull that top knee in and kick out. Here we go. Exhale, inhale. Eight more, we have the arm. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Add the arm right here. Cross it over the inside leg, and again, reach that arm up and over the head. All the way back up, and then take the leg that you were just standing on, cross it over, and again, sit the hips back. Bring it all the way back up. We're going to come forward again. We're going to go heels together, toes out to the sides. We're going to come onto your elbows this time. But again, the weight is really over top of the legs and not on the arms. Draw your navel in, and we're going to go up and down onto your toes. Keep squeezing the heels together. Squeeze through the back of the leg. Squeeze. Squeeze. Barely setting the heels down. Exhale as you lift. Keep squeezing the backs of the legs together. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Spine is long. Now bring it up and hold it, and we're going to drop halfway. So halfway, lift, halfway, lift. We have 8 more. 8 little tiny movements. 7, 6, 4, 2, and 1, and release it. We're going to take a gentle stretch through the calf, so step back through one of the heels, keeping the spine long. Good, and release it and switch sides. Gently push back through one of the heels. And release it. We're going to go ahead and come all the way down onto the mat next. Bring your little weights with you. All right, so we're gonna come all the way down onto your back. Again, you're holding those small weights with you. I'm using a set of 3, so use what is comfortable. The arms are gonna start over top of the shoulders. The knees are gonna be up over top of the hips. We're gonna gently press the low back down to the ground, pulling the navel in, and we're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg, opposite arm, opposite leg, and then back up. If you need to modify this, feel free to not use the weight, or if you would prefer to bring the foot down instead of forward, you can. So listen to your body. Again, try not to arch through the low back, so you're only extending the leg out and down as far as you can, where you're not lifting the low back up off of the mat at all. Inhale, exhale. One more each side. Balance it out so both sides are equal, but we're gonna keep one of the weights and we're gonna keep the knees up. So we're gonna squeeze the knees together. They're directly over top of the line of the hips and the calves are parallel to the ground. So the legs are forming a 90-degree angle. The weight is going in the right hand. Your left hand is going behind the head, and we're gonna take the weight across the body towards the outside of the left knee, and we're gonna crunch up and down. So you're gonna crunch up and across, up and across. Chin is off of the chest. Keep squeezing the knees together. Abs are lifting the shoulders, shoulders are lifting the head. We have 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and then switch sides. Up and across. Four more. 2 and 1. Go ahead and release the weight. We're going to extend the legs out and down. So we're going to slide the hands first underneath the hips slightly. Lift the legs, squeeze them together, and then lower them down as far as you can without arching through the back. Once you're here, we're going to do little tiny crisscrosses with the leg. Cross, cross, cross. Try to keep the legs nice and straight so you're not bending from the knees at all. You're moving from the hips. Keep pulling the navel in, pulling the lower abdomen in. Chin is down, shoulders are back and down. We have 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna go for another set of those. You're either gonna keep your hands there underneath your hips, or you're gonna hold one of your little weights directly over top of your chest. But again, you're only lowering the legs down as far as you can without arching through the back. So that may change if you don't have the hands under the hips. Go ahead and begin. Mine don't go down as far when my hands are not under my hips to keep my spine neutral. Concentrate on the abs, keep breathing. Eight, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release it. Good job. Lower the weight, lower the legs down, reach the arms up over the head and reach and stretch. Lengthening from the fingers out through the toes. Good, and then we're gonna bend your left knee and extend your right leg straight up to the ceiling, pointing the toes, lengthening from the hip out through the toes. And then flex the foot, pulling the toes back towards the shin. Release it and then switch sides. Point the toes. And then again, flex the foot. And then taking the arms out to your sides, bend your knees and gently drop the knees down to the right, looking to the left, keeping the stomach soft and the shoulders on the ground. Inhale the knees back up to center, and as you exhale, gently drop them down to the left, looking to the right. And gently bring them all the way back up to center. Again, we're going to peel yourself up to sitting, either crossing the legs or extending the legs, whichever feels more comfortable for you. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Inhale the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale, gently fold forward, releasing yourself down over your legs, whether the legs are crossed or extended. Relax your shoulders down, away from the ears. Peel yourself all the way back up and give yourself a big hug. Great job. Thank you so much for joining me today.